Years ago, we were living and working as musicians, having just undergone a massive life transition. We'd recently relocated to an abandoned farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, had a baby.
Which, for the record, took about 5 minutes to get done because there's not a lot to do when you move to the country and you're young.
Okay.
To an abandoned farmhouse.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all. And then we adopted a teenager, all in our 20s, when we received a phone call that would change our lives.
On the line was the principal of a nearby elementary school on the Tyendinaga Mohawk territory, calling to ask us if we would consider coming into the school to teach a unit of history curriculum using songwriting, a strange and intriguing request. Despite being busy, the timing for us was kind of perfect. You see, the like me, love me, follow me narcissism of pursuing a music career had been weighing on us, and we were looking for meaningful opportunities to balance that out.
But this invitation felt especially daunting. There we were, two non-Indigenous musicians, being tasked with guiding a group of grade 8 Mohawk youth through Canada's dark and complicated history. Plus, we'd never used songwriting to teach before, so we were very outside of our comfort zones. We were asked to teach the unit of the Confederation of Canada, which is especially complicated as it relates to Indigenous people. And of course, the textbook they gave us had no mention of what actually happened in Canada. So I went to task, working with the teachers and the principals, to create a series of workshops, arts-based workshops, that would resonate with the youth and community.
So when we finally landed in the classroom, guided by elders and teachers, we all took a deep dive into the history together. And then after a whole bunch of trust building, we challenged this group of kids to conceptualize, write, record, and release an album that reflected on the impact Canada's colonial past had had on them and their communities, but also laid a vision for the future that they wanted to see. And at first, the kids looked back at us, they stared back at us like we were crazy. We heard I think their collective response was, there's absolutely no way we're gonna do this. We heard things like, I'm not gonna sing in front of my friends and my classmates. No one's gonna care what we have to say, we're just kids. This group had convinced themselves that their stories and their perspectives didn't matter.
But over the course of the month, something happened. These youth transformed. As the story of the past revealed itself, they seemed to find a sense of confidence in themselves that wasn't there at the beginning. And by the end, every single one of them stepped to the mic to have their voices be heard.
Not only that, but they reached out to and convinced some of their favorite celebrity musicians to collaborate with them. They were interviewed by several national news outlets throughout the process, and they recorded and released their album and then used it to raise money for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women's Fund. They even sent it to the Prime Minister's office in protest. These kids were on fire, or as my kid would say, these kids are on fire!
So answering the call that day changed our lives in more ways than one. And since then, we've traveled around the world working with all kinds of youth, from survivors of gun violence across America to running a fellowship program with youth from Canada to Jamaica, Nigeria to South Africa, helping youth to understand, reframe, and share their stories using the power of songwriting and film. We've seen time and time again how working to understand where you come from can really transform the story that you're telling yourself about yourself, which can shape your future.
So your origin story is the story of where you came from. It's the narrative that outlines the key events, influences, and circumstances that shape your life. It covers things like your family background, your cultural influences, your educational path, past challenges, and achievements. But it can give you clues as to how the experiences that you've lived through may be shaping your personality, your value, and your motivations. Our origin stories are the foundations that help us form the core of our identities and give us our sense of place in the world. So your origin story holds a lot of power.
And your relationship to it might be the most important relationship in your life. If you're disconnected from it, or you're telling yourself a negative story about yourself, it can really hold you back. In former palliative care nurse Bronnie Ware's book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, she documents the most common expressed regrets in her patients' final weeks of life. The number one most common expressed regret was, "I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." To realize our potential and to live a life true to ourselves, we gotta critically examine the stories we're telling ourselves about ourselves to determine what's working for us and what has been influenced by others. To do this, you need a baseline of understanding. We all got this, don't worry. So if we're lucky, we all have a certain level of understanding about who our ancestors were, where we were born, who our families are. We might be able to identify some key events that shaped who we were, who we are, identify our likes, our dislikes, and our values. Your level of understanding is essentially your answer to the question, tell me about yourself. So for me, I know that my ancestors came from France and Ireland as settlers to Canada. I was born in Alberta, but raised in Ottawa as one of 4 children with my parents. I love music, writing and performing it. I'm a great cook. I love growing and cooking food from scratch. I'm a mom. I'm the co-founder of a not-for-profit, and I'm super passionate about social impact.
I am a first-generation Canadian raised by 2 Jamaican social worker parents, which means I talked a lot about my feelings growing up. I grew up in Waterloo, Ontario with 1 sister, developed a love for music at a very early age, and since then my life has kind of revolved around it. So I'm an artist, a dad, the co-founder of a nonprofit, and also pretty passionate about making positive change in the world. But we're here to tell you that this baseline understanding of your origin story just isn't enough. Now, being that I'm of Jamaican descent, I have this profound love and respect for that tiny island and its people. And one of the things I love most about my culture is the way that we play with language. Jamaicans are famous for making very intentional linguistic adjustments. The Rasta community, in particular, does an incredible job of reclaiming words that feel oppressive by turning them into more empowering versions of themselves. So, for example, on a Friday, my Rasta friends might say to me, "Hey, D'Ari, got any big plans for the strong end?" instead of weekend, right? And similarly, when you're trying to wrap your head around a concept or an idea, like your origin story, for instance, the goal would never be to simply understand your origin story. Instead, it would be to overstand.
So overstanding is all about the big picture. It's about identifying the external forces, the perceptions of other people, and the various forms of systemic oppression or privilege that might be shaping your identity or your values. To overstand your story, you gotta look above it, below it, inside it, and dive into the historical and social factors that might be influencing it.
So believe it or not, I spent years traveling all over the world guiding youth through this process without ever taking the time to put my own origin story under the microscope. And as I moved through my process of overstanding, I considered the impact of my recent ancestors living under colonial rule on an island that was exploited for both its natural and human resources. And while I can connect my passion for social justice and politics and art to my ancestors, something else stood out. In my parents', grandparents', and great-grandparents' Jamaica, having white skin meant that you suffered less. And so whiteness was considered something to strive for. And though my parents didn't preach this exactly, British colonial values and manners were very present in my home, and I regularly absorbed messaging that lighter skin was more desirable from the people around me.
Because I was born in my skin, I didn't have to face the same hard facts about my history that D'Ari did. Overstanding shows us a lot: the good, the bad, the ugly, your fortune, and your oppression. Through overstanding, I learned that many of my ancestors fled Ireland from the potato famine and became farmers here. On the other side, I come from a lineage of fine French chefs, so food, both growing it and cooking it, is quite literally in my blood. I come from a lineage of music makers, of explorers, and artists, but also folks who really struggled with mental health, and substance abuse, which is probably why I too have struggled with those things from time to time. My parents both came from blue-collar families who worked super hard for everything they had, so hard work was valued above most things. And on my Irish Roman Catholic side, they really vibed hard with big families, like super big families. My mom was the eldest of 12.
So, as we moved from understanding to overstanding, our relationships to our backstories begin to evolve. I started to see why society valued certain people, traditions, and beliefs more than others. We overstand to find greater truths, underlying causes, and to facilitate breakthrough realizations where suddenly we can make sense of why something is the way it is or why we are the way we are. But the real reason that overstanding is so exciting is because it sets the table for the next step and the ultimate goal of this process, which is innerstanding.
So innerstanding is the inner transformation that occurs when you critically look at your story. It represents the reflections, self-awareness, and realizations that happen because of this deep work. Innerstanding can cause radical shifts in our relationship to the story we tell ourselves about ourselves. It asks us to prioritize our values over the validation of others. This can be super hard. It's really challenging to face down narratives you've been carrying that have been holding you back. And for some, you might realize that the values of your friends, your family, or your culture just aren't for you anymore. It can be terrifying to realize that you got to make some big shifts in order to align with your true self.
And for others, when you wrap your head around the fact that the systems of the world were not designed with you in mind, sadness, anger, and fear can be very common emotions to feel.
Innerstanding can be hard to pick apart. Despite everything that I've built for myself, I feel constantly plagued with this idea that I'm not working hard enough, not making enough money, not successful enough, all narratives that have been around in my family for generations. In accepting this about my history and understanding where those narratives came from, it creates a little bit of space for me to tell a new story. So maybe that's what happened then, but is that serving me now? And even though I have 2 kids, I always felt this pull to have more, which is a really big decision. Part of this felt real for me, but another part of it felt outside of myself. By going through this process, I started to see that maybe my drive to have a bigger family was actually more informed by a story that I had inherited, that people should have a lot of kids, like 12 kids. In coming to terms with that, I realized that maybe I could let that go. Maybe the kids I did have could be enough, and maybe my life and all the decisions I have made could be enough.
Well, my process of innerstanding felt more like an unraveling than a reframing. I realized that growing up in my skin in a predominantly white community left me with a whole lot to unpack. For example, in my high school, the girls, they paid attention to boys who resembled the heartthrobs in their favorite bands and TV shows. And of course, I looked nothing like that. So I began to internalize a belief that my melanin was undesirable, and then developed this deep sense that I was unattractive and unwanted, which I carried with myself into adulthood. Back then, I tried to fit in and adapt by making the other people around me, most of whom were white, feel more comfortable by putting myself down and mocking my own culture, essentially giving them permission to do the same. And in doing that, perhaps I was doing what my ancestors may have done, which is get closer to whiteness because I had learned that there was safety there. So while I moved through my process of innerstanding, I couldn't help but think of Bob Marley, whose redemption song asks us to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Redemption song is like an anthem for freedom from the psychological chains that bind the spirit, calling on us to free ourselves from the mental slavery of oppressive systems, self-limiting beliefs, and internalized inferiority. What Bob is basically saying is that liberation begins in the mind, and so too does innerstanding.
The final step in this process is expanding. When we embrace our story free from the influence of others, it liberates us to expand. We get more capacity to push outside of our comfort zones and try things that we previously thought we were incapable of because our stories were holding us back. In order to believe your story, you gotta tell it often and with conviction. And in the end, the youth from Tynega did exactly that. They went through this process of overstanding and innerstanding, and then expanded by participating in this program with us and sharing their voices with the world. They named their project For Direction, which was a tribute with an Indigenous spin to their favorite boy band, One Direction.
And when they finally released their album, we watched in awe as this group of 12 and 13-year-olds who believed their voices didn't matter stood in front of their entire community and shared what they had learned and their songs and the stories of the journey that they had just completed. They challenged us to take the same experience that they had just had to the four directions of Canada to capture the voices of other Indigenous youth.
We accepted, and true to our word, we ended up on the far west, east, and north of Canada, building a recording studio in the sauna on a ship sailing through the Arctic, working with Indigenous and non-Indigenous youth. And at the end of that journey, an organization, Darkspark, had formed around us, and we got another call. We had received funding to replicate that program nationally. So those Mohawk youth ended up being the catalysts of the creation of 16 short documentaries representing 16 communities and 40 songs, which reached millions of people around the world and won an Intercultural Innovation Award from the UN. Yeah.
So while the Four Directions project is over, our work using song, storytelling, and film has expanded using these same steps to work with youth from all around the world. So knowing what we know about people's most common regrets at the end of their life, maybe some of these steps can help you all make sure that you are living a life that is true to your authentic self.
We've learned that our stories are heavily influenced by society and by history, and they can often hold us back. This can lead us to make choices that aren't in alignment with our true selves, like we're living a life according to someone else's script. We don't have to accept our origin stories as the final draft. So whether you're a 12-year-old, a seasoned pro on a TEDx stage,
or an elder exploring these concepts for the first time, each of us has the opportunity to be more than a character just held back by past narratives. It's never too late to rewrite your story. Thank you.
thanks.